me and you have had a bunch of disagreements about, stuff like that. I want to hear how you sound with the spotlight on you. How do you feel currently? Because I know I have my own thoughts about it, about like a vaccine. Like, how would you feel about them producing the vaccine they're trying to produce? How confident are you? Would you be in disseminating it to the people and taking it yourself, and opinions you have on the COVID-19 vaccine?
You already know. If they come up with a vaccine, I'm going to say y'all first. After every single member of Senate and Congress take that vaccine, after every single member of the top 1% takes that vaccine, then y'all give it to us. But we will not be the guinea pigs. You will not be the guinea pigs. Nobody that I associate with will be the guinea pigs. And I think that it is very important to pay attention, because they have, they have these these experimental medications that they've been using that we only hear about them afterwards, right? Because we don't have access to them.
Like whatever Trump got that fixed him.
Yeah, if he really had COVID, right? Because
true.
I want to see all them first, and then y'all can trickle that down to us after y'all do them.
I like that opinion. I think that's fair. Also, something I wanted to say too before we got out of here was any conservative people, right-leaning people watching this, I want any super left people too, like, because I'm a super left. I'm not a left. I'm a super progressive person. I argue for more social benefits as well. I think our healthcare system is a sham and a joke, and it's just unfair for a majority of Americans. I just want people like that to understand that people on the other side of your arguments, they grew up in different environments. Their family is different. It's a lot of things that are different. Like if you can acknowledge and understand those differences, then you'll have an easier time making a bridge for one another. I don't hate conservatives. I don't hate Republicans. I never have. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like what he's done to a racist group of Americans who now feel they have a loud voice in the country. But I understand. I lived in Arizona, and I met people who hunted and had guns and were conservative there, and they weren't bad people. I didn't agree with some of their policy and things that they did, but I didn't feel that they were particularly racist, and I didn't feel like they were particularly bad people. I don't like the state of Arizona, but that's a whole different problem in itself. But I think if we can just start acknowledging that now, then 10 years from now, then people will be able to finally have conversations from different sides of the aisle and have like actual meaningful conversations. How do you feel about that issue, Mom? And do you feel like maybe I'm being too passive, or maybe I'm being too nice? Or
well, I think that the reason why you said it earlier, you said you was coming from Quiznos with a half Salvadorian and half Calvin's father is from what? He's Korean.
Thailand.
Thai, half Thai. You an Armenian, Russian, and then Polynesian kid, right? You guys, we make jokes about your generation and the generation behind. Y'all all look like Pharrell and them. The Neptunes. Y'all walk around as you saw the kids marching. They were black, they were white, they were Asian, they were together. You have this. You guys are open to listening to others because you're exposed. It's like your generation is like growing up in New York, where you get on the train and there are Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Haitians and Africans, and everybody has to be around each other. And I think that that is why you are so open to having conversations. I think a lot of the GOP views are rooted in oppression. And so if you support a lot of those views, I can't rock with you. If you have a problem with me having agency over my body, if you support policies that keep Black people in prison, the school to prison pipeline, if you have policies that why are we worried about so many people's business? Like, why do you care about gay people when we got so many homeless people on the planet? Why you in a gay person's bedroom or telling a trans person they don't have a right to live? I don't. And listen, some people tell me that these are white people's beliefs, or I've been polluted because they're trying to destroy the black race. They've been trying to destroy the black race and brown people for centuries, and they have been unsuccessful, right? Because melanin is divine. So why are we worried about the wrong things? Why are we not worried about making the conditions of this country better? So though I respect people who have more conservative views, if you don't believe in abortion, don't have one. But don't go around telling other people what they need to be doing with their own bodies and their own situations. When you sitting up in a fat crib and living in a place where your kid goes to the best schools and you have the best health care, and now you're employing policies that are going to make Black women more vulnerable to our judicial system based on abortion, because that's just one more way to oppress them. So when it comes to you being a conservative, you have a right to be a conservative. But if you being a conservative and your views are rooted in my oppression, then I have a problem with you. And that's where my compassion has to go out the window, because I have to think about you. I have to pray over you, meditate over you, put hands on you, do all of the things, all of the above, from the spiritual realm, and think about you daily as you walk out the door, because I feel like you are a target. And I feel that way about your sister, right? We see this with Breonna Taylor. We see this with Sandra Bland. So that's where I stand with this. But do I respect other people who have different views than me? Of course. But if you don't believe in science and science is science, then I can't respect that, because you're talking about foolishness.